to come from the WNBA Finals. 2, baseball, and it was win or it's over for the Yanks. And they hand the pearl to Cam Schlittler, who was spectacular against Boston, the 10th pitcher in Major League postseason history to make his first 2 starts facing elimination. There's Vlad Guerrero, top 1, delivering a clutch knock that gives the Jays a 1-0 lead. Ryan McMahon, bottom 3. His first career postseason home run. A Yankee Stadium special. Wasn't long, but it was long enough, and it's 1-1. By the way, the road team can hit him too. I'm not casting aspersions. Bottom 6, Blue Jays up 2-1. 2 men on. Jazz Chisholm Jr., ground ball, and the Blue Jays, Yariel Rodriguez gets out of it, and it's 2-1. The score remains. Andres Jimenez was a man on, and this is a sharply hit ball that Chisholm cannot come up with. Clement goes to third. Ernie Clement to third. Runners on first and third for the Jays. 2 batters later. Runner on second and third, Nathan Lucas. And that is a big-time clutch knock with 2 outs in the 7th inning, which extends the lead to 4-1. Bottom 7, Trent Grisham at the dish. Tying run is Aaron Judge. Actually, the go-ahead run on deck with Aaron Judge. But this is a circuitous route to the ball. But Jimenez comes over, squeezes it. Yankees strand 2. Runner on third, top 8, Miles Straw. And here it's a bit of a defensive swing off his back foot and a bloop. Who cares if you're Toronto? It plates yet another 5-1. Bases loaded now, bottom 8. Jeff Hoffman, Austin Wells, swinging a drive, routine fly. Straw's got it. 9th inning, 2 outs, runner on third. Aaron Judge does not let the season end. It's not a home run, but it does bring in a run. The next batter is Cody Bellinger. Get a knock and you get the tying run to the plate. Instead, that's it. That's all. Jeff Hoffman and Toronto roar as they, after winning the American League East by the tiebreaker over the Yankees, win the American League Divisional Series over New York 3-1, and that means champagne. Popping bottles. Toronto celebrates. They knock off the Yankees. Ernie Clement joins us now. Ernie, Scott Van Pelt, welcome to the show. As you have made your playoff debut and have batted .667 in the series, I begin by asking you, are you the greatest player in the history of the playoffs?
No, I'm not. I think Vladdy takes that one. Just an unbelievable performance from him and the rest of our guys. It was so much fun.
I felt like all year, just for the record, I'm from in the D.C. area, so I pull for the Orioles, so I keep tabs on everything that goes on in the American League East pretty closely. And I felt like New York, whether it was the media or maybe the team, were sort of dismissive of the idea of you being the best team in the American League East. Then you won the East. And now you beat the Yankees, and you beat them in Yankee Stadium. How does that sort of frame the satisfaction of this moment?
Yeah, we got a hell of a team. We're a tight group, and it took everybody, it just makes it that much more special. I love these guys, and it feels good doing it in New York.
The idea of postseason baseball, everything feels magnified, at bats, working counts. Can you just describe your approach? And obviously it worked, because I'm facetious. That's your batting average. Does anything feel different about these games given the stakes?
I mean, it's a rowdy crowd, but the approach stays the same. I'm at the bottom of the order, just trying to get on for our big guns. So, I did my job pretty good, and they followed it up pretty good as well.
No doubt. Now, the finish line, it only gets more challenging as you go from here. So I can hear a bunch of Jays fans behind you celebrating. Obviously, you got the goggles on. What's the balance? I always love to ask this, between celebrating and focusing on what's required moving forward.
Yeah, it's really important to celebrate each step of this. We have some great leaders who have kind of shown us the reins and told us to really enjoy it. But, you know, the job's not done, obviously. So, you know, we have some more work to do, and we're just going to enjoy this tonight.
Right on. I want to let you get to the party. On the way out, I just want to ask one thing going back to, I believe it was game 1. The grand slam that Vlad hit, is that the loudest noise you've ever heard in the stadium in your life?
I never heard anything like it, man. It was really special. We can't wait to get home to those fans in Toronto. They're the best.
No doubt. Well, they'll be louder if you keep winning. Congrats on a hell of a start, Ernie. Thanks for taking a minute to visit with me. Go enjoy tonight, okay?
Yes, sir. Thanks, Scott.
You got it. Ernie Clement peeling off the headphones. They're celebrating. Aaron Boone and the Yanks are not.
The ending's the worst, right? Especially when you know you have a really good group and a group of guys that really came together so well, you know, at the right time. You know, the final couple of months, you know, this was a team, and it's a team that played for one another, did a lot of really good things, and we got beat here. You know, credit to, you know, the Blue Jays and the year they've had, and you know, they beat us this series. Simple as that. And you know, it doesn't make it any easier. You know, it's a beat up room in there. You know, they're still sharing with one another. You know, I felt like I should come out and owe you guys this, but know that, you know, the guys are in there still sharing with one another, because they truly became a really close team, and a really good team. And it's the awful part of this is the journey you go on, and this has been a tough year for me personally. You know, but all you go through to kind of become this kind of team you think can really do something special, and for it to abruptly end is always difficult.
ALDS Game 4 in Detroit. Some say Detroit. And it's a win or it's over situation for the home team Tigers. Mariners lead 2-0. The dangerous Cal Raleigh. Man, it's a tough spot. Sun and shadows. Doesn't matter. Dumper brings in Randy Arozarena, and Seattle leads 3-0, I should say. Jahmai Jones, bottom 5, big time spot for Detroit. Here comes Dylan Dingler. Action Dirk. It's 3-2. Next batter, Javier Baez. Keeping the rally going. Rally towels flying. And that is spanked into center. And Detroit's on its feet. It's 3-3. Now bottom 6. Steve, I'm going to need a distance. It's the longest home run at Comerica Park this season. It's Riley Green.
Oh, 574.
That might be a tad ambitious. They're giving it 454, whatever it counts for one, and it's 4-3. Later in the inning, it's 5-3. Oh, Baez is on the stroll. That, too, is hammered. Wenzel Perez roaring around the bases. First career homer since 2017. It's now 7-3. Bottom 7, Gleyber Torres, and it is a home run derby for the home team. Offense comes alive. They force a win or go home Game 5, and they can hand the ball to arguably the best in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is what competition's all about. This is why you play the game, you know, for Game 5s. I mean, if you, even in 7 games, right, you have an opportunity to throw 3. I threw 3 against Cleveland, you know, my last 3 starts of the year, or, you know, 2, and then first game of the wild card. But, yeah, it's competition, you know, and I think that that's going to bring out the best in everyone involved, and that's why this game is so beautiful. You know, we're going to be able to go experience that on Friday.
For the second consecutive season, the Tigers turn to the ace, Tarik Skubal, in Game 5 of the ALDS. This time he'll be the 6th reigning Cy Young winner to pitch in a winner-take-all playoff game. 4 of the previous 5 lost. The only one who didn't, Justin Verlander, tossed a shutout in Game 5 of the 2012 ALDS for the Tigers.
Cubs, another one of those teams facing elimination on Wednesday. They needed to win at Wrigley, beat the Brewers to play another day. Pick it up bottom of the first. Michael Busch leading off for the Cubs. And there he goes again. Led off game 1 with a home run, follows it with a game 3 leadoff home run. First guy ever to hit multiple leadoff home runs in a single postseason series. Cubs tie the game at that point, 1-1. Later in the inning, Pete Crow Armstrong, bases loaded, PCA into right. That'll bring in a couple. Brewers starting pitcher Quinn Priester only got 2 outs. He's done, finished in the first inning. Cubs up 3-1. Nick Mears comes on. First batter he faces, and he uncorks the wild pitch. That brings in Ian Happ. 4 runs in the first for the Cubs. They're up 4-1, and then they would cling to that lead for a couple hours. 8 more innings of tension on the north side. Top of the 4th, Jake Bauers up with 2 on. Bauers delivers. Drops it into center. Sal Frelick scores. It's a 4-2 game. Bauers not done. Top of the 7th. Digging back in. And this time, he'll do it himself. Launching it. And that is into the people. It's a 4-3 game. To the 8th, the critical moment of this one. Brad Keller pitching, bases loaded, 2 outs. It's Bauers. Got him this time, 97. Cubs hold on to that 4-3 lead. Take it to the 9th. Keller's still in there. Needs 1 more out. Christian Yelich, the smash, but right at Nico Horner. Makes the play. Cubs hold on and win it 4-3. They live to play another day, which will be Thursday in Game 4.
You know, we're not doing anything we haven't done all season. I think that's the confidence that this group can obviously continue to take forward. It's just this is who we are. This is what we do. I mean, obviously, you know, they're never going to make things easy. That's kind of their MO all year, and you know, we've been just as good at grinding it out all season. So we're just going to have to come back, compete, continue to put our best foot forward, and you know, we obviously have a chance.
Both teams come out firing. You know, that's what it's about. You know, they know us, we know them. There's a lot of emotion in the game, and it says something for both teams, really. Tonight, the Cubs got the best of it.
All right, Dodgers and Phillies, Game 3. Dodgers trying to close out the Phils in a sweep. Pick it up, bottom 3. Ranger Suarez came on in relief of Aaron Nola. The first pitch he throws, whoops. Rob Thompson made some questionable managerial decisions, and this didn't look good right away as Tommy Edman hits one deep. Mark that down on the scorecard. Dodgers up 1-0. To the 4th. By the way, the Thompson decision would pan out in the end. Kyle Schwarber didn't have a hit coming in. His first hit, it's not cheap. Yeah, 455 feet later, we're tied at 1. That was a monster. No one's hit more postseason home runs as a Philly than Schwarber, who goes past Bryce Harper with that blast. So the Phillies get a little offense, and then 2 batters later, Alec Boehm up, run on first. That's back up the middle. Andy Pages going to try to throw out Bryce Harper at third. It skips away from Max Muncy, and the ball goes out of play. Harper gets to advance 1 base. That's another run. Phillies up 3-1 after 4. Finally getting a little mojo in that dugout. 8th inning. Clayton Kershaw comes on facing JT Realmuto, and JT steps on that one to left center. That'll get out. The Phillies get some insurance. It's 4-1. They tack on a couple more at 6-1. Is there anything more? Yeah, there's more in the tank when it's Schwarber taking Kershaw for a ride. Schwarber, 23 postseason home runs in his career. That's the 3rd most in baseball history. Phillies win Game 3 to stay alive. Here's Alden Gonzalez with Trea Turner.
Yeah, I'm with Philly shortstop Trea Turner. And Trea, not only to get this win to save your season, but to do it the way you did with the offense flowing that way. What did that mean to you guys? What do you hope that could mean for the rest of the series?
Yeah, it feels good to get going. You know, the first 2 games put up some runs here or there, but kind of fell short offensively. And tonight, we got those big innings that we need. You need those in the postseason, pour it on and kind of break it open. And we got that tonight. So hopefully, you know, tomorrow with more of that and do it a little earlier and get out to that early lead.
Trea, Kyle Schwarber almost cleared the roof in right field. You've played a lot of games at Dodger Stadium. You ever seen a ball hit over there?
I saw one go out the stadium to left field. That's the other one that I've seen. So it's hard to do that, especially at night here. And he never surprises me, but still, you know, that's special.
And for Aaron Nola to give you 2 scoreless innings to start this game and then Ranger to come in with 5 behind him. How big was that in setting the tone today?
They both are huge. Nola's done it for so long, and Rangers, come out of the pen before in the playoffs, and he just competes. Both those guys are competitors, and I was kind of surprised. I didn't know that was the game plan when Nola came out of the game. I was like, man, he looks really good. Let him keep going. But Ranger came in and shut it down and got it to the the bullpen, and we kept tacking it on, like I said, and it was a good team win.
Trey, thanks so much. Congrats.
Turner, the former Dodger, back at Chavez Ravine as the Phillies get a win. The bats finally woke up, and you see Schwarber did nothing the first couple games. 0 for 7, struck out a bunch of times, but if this guy gets on a roll, look out. A couple home runs. It's his second career multi-home run game in the postseason, his first since 2023. Let's get it back out to Alden Gonzalez.
Kyle, a lot of focus going into this game was on you, Trea Turner, Bryce Harper to get going offensively. For all 3 of you guys to be clicking the way you did tonight, how good was that to see?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I think overall offense was great. We kind of started slow, but, once we were able to, get going, I felt like we kept the constant pressure on. We didn't help ourselves out there. I get out, on the bases, but we were able to keep pushing through and put some more runs on the board, and it's a great win, and we know what's ahead, and we got another task tomorrow.
And Kyle, you have a knack for these prodigious postseason home runs. This last one was 455. It almost cleared the roof in right field. How good did that one feel?
Yeah, I mean, hits are great, homers are great. I don't care, like I said, if it goes over, if it hits the fence, right, and goes over. But, I'm just happy that we were able to go out there and contribute and help your team get going, and, excited for the task tomorrow.
And yet tomorrow it's Tyler Glasnow. You guys got to look at him early in this series. What do you think it's going to take to break through against him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously elite stuff, good fastball, good breaking balls. For us, it's just going out there, having our game plan, whatever that's going to be, and making sure that we execute it. We know that these are probably, some of the best starting pitchers in baseball, on both sides going against each other. And we just have to find a way to get through and keep the constant pressure going, just like we did tonight. But we know that it's not going to be easy. This is never easy. This is postseason. I don't care who you are. You're going to face really good pitching throughout the whole postseason. It's just what this is about, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Kyle, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Jessica Mendoza joins us now. She called the game on ESPN Radio. Jess, Phillies struggled to get any offense going the first couple games back in Philadelphia. How were they able to get untracked in this one?
When you get a ball 117 miles an hour, 455 feet, and it literally ricochets off the ceiling in right field, that was Kyle Schwarber in the 4th inning. And you always talk about igniting an offense. I mean, Kyle Schwarber has been their leader. He's been everything. And literally everyone just rallied around him at home plate. And now the bats woke up. That was the storyline coming in, right? Trea Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, where you at? Well, they showed up in a huge way, not just multiple hits, home runs, RBIs. I mean, Trea Turner had 3 hits at the top of the order. They were 7 for 13 with a .538 batting average, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and those are just the 3 dudes at the top of the order.
Yeah, night and day from what those top 3 guys did back at the bank in Philly. So it's a 2-1 series now. Dodgers still have the lead. What do you expect out of Los Angeles in Game 4?
Well, we talked about it with Philly. Where are the stars for the Dodgers? And it goes the same. The narrative is now flipped because the Dodgers were winning, but the bats of Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman specifically, they just haven't been there. I mean, Shohei is one of the biggest names in the sport. He is 1 for 14. Freddie Freeman, 2 for 10. That's 3 for 24 between 2 of the biggest stars in this Dodgers lineup. Now, we get it. They got a lot of depth. They got a lot of dudes, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez. But for the Dodgers to really get going against a Phillies pitching staff that has dominated a lot of their lineup, those 2 dudes we talked about on the Phillies side, the Dodgers have to do the same thing when it comes to Ohtani and Freddie Freeman.
Okay, Christopher Sanchez, Tyler Glasnow, Game 4 Thursday at Chavez Ravine. We'll see if we get a Game 5 in this series. It's been all sorts of fun. Jess Mendoza giving us the very latest from Dodger Stadium.